meeting to order at 4 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the gavel. Roll call. Yes.
Well, yes, yeah. You can just acknowledge that all members are present except that Councilmember Garza did ask for an excused absence.
Yep. So all members are present except for Councilmember Garza is excused today. And please bear with me. This is the first time I do this.
Yeah, no worries.
So I will go ahead and pass the gavel to our Councilmember Carter.
Yes, I will I would like to entertain a motion for the March 2nd minutes.
So then you need to make the motion because you were here and she was
Oh,
not.
yes. So so moved.
All right,
Okay.
passes or approved. Passes. All those in favor say aye. Passes. Opposed. Passes unanimously. Gavel back to you.
Thanks, ma'am. So we'll go ahead and go with our first item, appointment.
In public.
I want to see if there's any public comment.
Is there any public comment today?
Everyone's probably
Online?
here. Everyone is probably here for something. Is there anyone online?
No.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So thank you. Being no public comment, we'll go ahead and move into the discussion action items. B, resolution to appoint Robert Nordhoek as the 3rd Ward member of the Planning Commission for a term to expire June 30th, 2027. We have an application in our packets. Are there any questions for Mr. Nordhoek? Is that how?
Perfect. Thank you.
I guess my only question is there any interest change since the last, or since you've completed this application? Do you feel like you have the capacity to serve as appointed commissioner for the Planning Commission?
I believe I still do have the capacity.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
I just maybe wanted to hear a little bit about your interest in the Planning Commission specifically. What kind of made you interested in applying for that?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I was a police commissioner for 16 years and I enjoy serving in types of capacities working with the city. I think it's important for people to be involved in that manner. The Planning Commission interested me because of the different things going on with regard to planning in the city. And I think that I have the capacity to be able to help make some of those decisions that need to be made. I am kind of happy, as I mentioned to you before, that I got in here just after the data center issue was resolved, one of the two. But I look forward to this opportunity, and I certainly don't know everything about planning, but I certainly have the capacity to be able to understand and help make decisions on behalf of the city that I think would be helpful.
Are there any other questions? Is there
Yes, I'll make a motion for the appointment of Robert Nordhoek.
Nordhoek. Yeah.
Nordhoek as the 3rd Ward member of Planning Commission for a term to expire June 30th, 2027.
there's a formal motion on the floor? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Will you be at the meeting on the 23rd to get sworn in?
I haven't, yeah.
It goes to
I
the
can't-
full council on the 23rd.
Okay, yep, I certainly can be.
Okay.
Absolutely, yep. Just kind of waiting for instructions.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
We
much.
look forward to
Appreciate that.
having
Thank you.
working with you.
Look forward to it. Forward to working with you.
I'll be there. Alrighty, so moving on to the appointment of Mr. Paul Schmidt as member of the Saginaw Street Corridor Improvement Authority Board of Directors
To the table.
for a term to expire June 30th, 2026. Hello, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good. Do we have any questions for Mr. Schmidt?
Hello, Paul. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So I know you've been part of the Saginaw Corridor arena and lived in that area for quite some time. And so I thank you for your passion and your commitment and your overall dedication to the city. I know you have different capacities that you sit in, but if you can just share for the public just a little bit more about your why, your interest.
Well, I mean, you pretty much prefaced it. I've lived in the West Side area ever since I moved here to Lansing in 2009. And I was involved in a different organization that oversaw the corridor. In fact, moved into actually being president of that organization before we had to dissolve it during the pandemic. But so I've had a hand or been part of organizing things within that corridor for the last 15 years. Well, I'm sorry, up until the pandemic. But beyond that, I served on different capacities within Rio Town, as well as downtown Lansing, Inc. And so I just like to be involved in the community aspect and just to, um, just involve myself into different aspects of where I live. And just because you know what, you have a voice, use it, play a part, know what's going on, and that's what I like to do.
Thank you for your service. Is there a motion on the floor?
Yes, I will make a motion for the appointment of Paul Schmidt as the member of the Saginaw Street Corridor Improvement Authority Board of Directors for a term to expire on June 30th, 2026.
With the formal motion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Will you be available on the 23rd?
I can be, yes.
That's when it goes to the committee of the whole,
The full
right?
council.
Full council?
Yep.
And then you can get appointed there.
Okay, excellent.
Ready?
All right, I do have a question. It says that it ends in 3 months. Is that right?
Expire on June 30, 2026.
Well, we get our recommendations from the mayor's office, so this could be something, Chris's office staffs those authorities, so Mr. Klein might know more specifically, was this a vacancy that he's filling?
Yeah, I'll have to take a look. Usually it gets bumped out when it's this close. I'll have to see if that's an error, or if that's the actual.
Get it.
Not sure is that something.
We could just be here.
It could be changed that night if you don't have if you can't confirm it right now that it's an error and what year it should be, then it could be changed that night. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll make sure that this is on the action agenda that night instead of consent. And then that way, if there is a problem, you don't have to pull it and do that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Right. And we'll move on to SLU 2025 Special Land Use Permit, Euro South near Boulevard to authorize use of the existing building as a church. Andy, are you here for this one?
Can be. That's why
Thank
See you
you.
Monday.
Congratulations.
Thank I don't really have anything. I'm not sure if there were any comments made at city council. I had a conflict, so I wasn't able to attend, but
No comments were received at the public hearing held by the planning commission in December 2025. Nope, I don't remember any specific comments. I know that I think the neighborhood, some of the neighborhood folks keep asking why it needs to change rather than, and so I think that that's the only thing that's kind of come up.
yeah, we're reviewing internally and we hope to remove places of worship from our special land use. We just haven't gotten to that into the process yet. That is a goal of ours.
Okay, perfect. Do you have any further questions?
No questions on my end.
Perfect.
I'll make a motion for the resolution of the SLU -2-2025 special land use permit at 4220 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard to authorize use of the existing building as a church.
All in favor, for motion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It passed. All right, thanks, Andy. All right, so moving on to E, setting a public hearing on obsolete property rehabilitation act, Oprah District for 418 Baker Street, Ron Holdings LLC. Is there someone here for?
Yep. Two representatives from LADC and then I believe probably the applicant.
We don't have a presentations here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here to
speak on 418 Baker Street. This is an Oprah district request. In the presentation here, just a quick rundown of what an Oprah is, Obsolete Property Rehabilitation Act. Means, and then meaning that the developer and the proposed project. So on page 3, provides a description of what an Oprah is. It's a property tax exemption. And so it allows for the issuance of a certificate for up to 12 years, but it requires a 2-step process. First, establishing the district, and then applying for the Oprah certificate. So the request before you is just on the district. I think we had one somewhat recently. I'm not sure if we've had one yet this year, but just wanted to provide that information for you. So it would be another process similar to this one in the future in order to come back for the actual tax abatement. So this is just the district and setting out where that is, and it does allow for the developer to pursue some activity on the site without jeopardizing a future request at the council. So I'll introduce the development team. We have Leo Ron here.
Nice to meet you. So, good afternoon. I guess few words about myself. I've been investing here in Lansing since 2008. I run a portfolio of about 175 properties, out of which 120 are affordable. I have a lot of collaboration with city, other organizations, county. My nonprofit won a county grant. We're doing a 20-unit affordable building on Pennsylvania, and completed over 70 successful renovation projects in the city of Lansing, converting, well, uninhabitable properties into beautiful inhabitable properties. So that's kind of me and my team. I employ about 18 Lansing residents in my team in different capacities. Need of some serious renovation. We're proposing a significant facelift, about a little over $200,000 in renovation. Commercial space on the first floor will be converted into an office on one side, another residential unit on the other. This has already been ran by zoning, and at least I got the basic blessing. Of course, they need to see plans, etc., which I think we provided as extra information in the package.
You have to send us a site plan, like the floor.
Yeah, the floor plan. Okay. But yeah, so that's kind of, I mean, and of course, renovation of the exterior. I mean, we have some trip hazards on the street itself, just crumbling sidewalks, crumbling steps, etc. I mean, it's kind of unsafe at the moment.
And so I think that speaks to the next slide, be the current conditions, and this is assessor, and so that involves a walkthrough of the property and a determination by the assessor. This was done earlier this year, last month, and some of the findings through that you can see in the pictures provided, the deterioration, but also correct. Chelsea was mentioning had to walk sideways.
I don't know if I even fit through there.
Yeah.
So with that, the building, also the foundation having issues, these are all part of the findings to determine that the property was in fact functionally obsolete and therefore eligible for RUT. So on the last page here, we have the request itself, rendering of the improved property along Baker and Cedar Street, right there on the corner. So it's a pretty prominent building for that area, an entranceway really into Rio Town. Like I mentioned, it allows the developer to stabilize the building without risking future requests for a certificate. So there's some immediate work that needs to be done. I understand the hole in the roof might be larger than that door. But it does allow that. We had, previous requests. Unfortunately, the building.
Haven't done any of that pro forma because I feel that there's just no point until city actually tells me if it's going to be a 2-bedroom, a 1-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, etc.
And you said you have about 70 other successful projects that you've done within the Lansing Okay.
I don't think I have many myself. Perhaps just, how did you become interested in this particular?
Oh, it's actually a funny story, depending how much time you have. But so I started looking for commercial property because I needed an office for my management company and looking for some space with extra storage. So I just North Pennsylvania and Chavez, where used to be the old plumbing store. Lasted by 2 days. It was sold to a different person. And the funny story is she called me 10 days. It's like, no, we're happy. We're going to start our own business there. And then 10 days later, I get a call from her where she figured out the extent of the work needed in the building and it's like way out of her league. So the seller allowed her to back out of the deal contingent of me purchasing it.
That's all the questions I have. Is there a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion for setting